Today I'm here with Elara from Double Inked Notary Services, and we're going to talk about your business. Tell me about how'd you get into this, and how are you finding it in this market? Because you moved here from New York.
Yes,
as
I
I
did.
recall from a conversation some time ago when I probably first met you.
Yes, 5 months ago. I know.
Yeah, okay, all right. Oh, you're tracking it. All right, you're good.
Well, it's only because I've been here for 6 months.
Oh,
so.
okay. That makes more sense.
Yes.
All right, so tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm Elara, and I am a notary, also a loan signing agent. And what that means, a loan signing agent, because a lot of people don't know what it means. In the real estate world, you know, if you're buying, selling, I am the closing agent. I'm the one going to your client's house. I'm the one that help making them sign everything, showing them where to sign, and just explaining the documents as they go.
Got it.
Yeah, and then that's for mortgage companies, titles, escrows. So I work with them as well, and I also do general notary also, which is awesome.
Got it. Okay, so we talked a little bit about it. So you actually, you'll travel to people, right? Like you're not typically stationary at a place where people come to you. It's usually you're going to, whether it's houses, other businesses,
Yes.
and which is like a huge convenience factor.
Well, yeah. I mean, for them, you know.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Rhode Island is very small, but the one day I'm like literally traveling out with like a whole triangle.
Yeah.
But it's, you know what? I love it because it teaches me about Rhode Island. Otherwise I wouldn't be getting out the house and I wouldn't really know
It's
it,
a good
right?
way to look at it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I moved here by myself. So that's a good way to see it. And then I get to I love it because I get to meet people. So a lot of these people, like, they're very friendly. If anything, it's not like I'm serving them with an eviction or anything, you know. I'm helping them save money. So they want me in their house. They love me in their house. And half the time we're just talking, having fun, and laughing, which is awesome.
Yeah. So how did you get into this industry? How did you get into it? What?
Well, in New York, I knew I was going to move, and it was Arizona. Regardless, it was Arizona.
Yeah.
I have a 6-year-old son, so at that time he was 5, and he said he doesn't want me to move. He begged me not to move. So me and his father have shared custody. His father ended up moving to Connecticut with his girlfriend. So I said, where can I go that is convenient, close enough, but still out of New York, and not too close to him? So I chose Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I've never been here, so it was like just pick up and go. And yeah, and the reason
takes like some
cojones.
Yeah. Yeah. Really? Because I think about like me and my wife talk about moving to Florida like every year, and I think about it, I'm like,
No.
too much.
Well, you know what? I mean, listen, you got to listen to your soul, right? So I'm also an inspirational mentor, a speaker, and my biggest thing is you got to listen to your body. And my body for years hated New York. And me and my son's father actually moved to Arizona before my son years ago, and I absolutely loved it. So I just knew that was my goal, to always get back. So since then, I always had a thing just to move, you know? But I met a girl, so it's like it started off sad, but it turned out great. One of my close friends' mother passed away, so I went to their wake. I went to her wake, and the family was going to the diner afterwards, so I went, and there was this woman across from me. We didn't know each other, never met each other. We were like, something about you, let's exchange. And we just kept talking, and then I found out she was a loan signing agent. I was like, what the heck is that? And she said, if you do everything I tell you, I will mentor you. I said, say no more, let's go. And I'm very good with directions.
Wow.
Yes.
How long ago was that?
So we've known each other a year. So that was like a year ago, yeah.
Nice.
That was a year ago.
So you like it?
I love it. I do have a Google page, so if you want to see my Google page, now I'm up to 45 5-star reviews. So
That's
in less than
fantastic.
6 months, which is awesome.
That's huge.
Gracias.
Yeah,
It's all about
good
customer
for you.
service, literally.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. So who are you working with primarily? Is there like a specific company, a specific industry?
Well, so there's different ways you could go about it. You can either connect with people directly. That's why you met me at the networking events, and that's why I'm hitting them so hard and just making that personal connection. Just because it's a lot more valuable for the company, for the clients, and for myself as well. There's another way is kind of think of like Uber. So you need a ride. Excuse me. The Uber platform will then notify me. Let's just say Uber, right? Would notify me, say, hey, Robert needs a signing at this time, this date. Do you want to take it? Yes or no? And then you say yes or no. Now, believe it or not, there's actually like 100 companies of these, right? So I'm signed up with like 23, so it could get a little bit chaotic. So my goal right now is to make more of that personal connection and show my value to everybody and show that, because even with the platforms, you don't know the people. Everything is by voice, everything is whatever, and it's not as fun. And also, a lot of the times the clients are pissed. So if it was like, if they're dealing with Bank of America from wherever or whatever, and then their title people are screwing them over, like the whole time they're talking like, I hate this and blah, blah, blah. They cost me points, they cost me money. My closing got delayed 4 months. And it's like, you hear the horror stories, it's like, oh, geez. Oh, yeah. So it's like, I notice when I work directly with someone, thankfully I do get some direct because of my Google, it's just such a more smooth, everyone's so happy, and it's just like perfect.
Yeah. So sometimes you're getting in front of people when they didn't have a good experience.
Right. But you know what? I used to do property management. I did it for a year, and I was responsible for 200 units, and I was also responsible to evict them. So my goal was, they were Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
Most of the people are Caribbean. So we always show Caribbeans, because I'm Caribbean, we say love, dear, right? So I made it a point every time I called them and I said, listen, I'm so sorry you're in the process of being evicted. My thing is somehow to get them to say love or dear at the end of the conversation, because then I know I left it off. Even though it was a negative news, I still left them off in a positive way.
Yep. I'd imagine you had to have a little bit of thick skin in that environment.
I had to stop it just because he wasn't the best. I loved him as a person. Yeah. But as a landlord, it wasn't the best, and I have morals, and if I don't see something being done right, I can't continue it.
Yeah, I get that. So what are some of the biggest struggles that you have in your current business?
The current business, like I said, the biggest thing is dealing with the different platforms, because dealing with 23 platforms and remembering who sent what, where you're going and everything, because everyone has different rules, different things that they need done. So that's more of the challenge, because I'm great with being in front of people and everything, but the administrative work, that's where. So I need to hire someone for that. But other than that, and even then, it's not even anything that big. So I never really see the problem. I take the drama out of the situation, just look at the situation.
Got it. So what are some goals that maybe even I can help you with, or anybody else who's listening, that you're looking to spearhead come this new year, as we're approaching the new year?
My goal,
as we're in the new year, we're already approached it.
Actually, we're about to the third month.
It's already like the middle of February. I'm like, oh my god, 18th. Today's my kid's birthday.
Yeah. It's going by so fast.
Fast.
I was thinking about, I was like, I've been here for 6 months already. Like, my lease is almost going to be up in 6 months, which is crazy, But honestly, it's not about how you guys can help me. It's more about how I can help you. Like, I want your
Good answer. Good answer.
I'm good at marketing. No, but on seriousness, I'm just a people's person, and I love people, and my biggest thing is always have a pleasant experience. And and I notice even like with the platform. In the platform, they'll have rules, right? And one of the rules in big red letters, they said, you are not allowed to leave the signing to go to another signing to come back to this signing. So it's like, you can imagine if they even had to write that, like, that's common sense. You don't do that, right?
Yeah.
But it's scary, because then now how many people are actually doing that? Like, how many loan signing agents, notaries are actually doing that?
Yeah, and if they wrote it, it's because it's happened. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And there's a lot of times, like, your loan signing agent won't show up. They don't know what's the documents. They're not able to. They're not able to say, I can't tell you legally to sign or not, but I tell you what's actually on the document. And also, I'm bilingual, so I'm Spanish as well.
Oh, that's helpful to know.
Yes. So I do both as well.
Awesome. So tell me, like, I know loan signing, okay?
Okay.
Like, what are some other areas where you've seen people reach out for your services, or where a notary comes into play, or like, give me like a grand scope of like, I could do this. This is where you could contact me in this situation, so that people who are listening have an idea of like, outside of loan signing, like what else is applicable?
Well, I'm going to actually give advice before I answer your question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing that I see with general notary, and I want to help everyone with it, is please, if you buy a car privately, make sure you get it notarized. Just make sure you do it in front of a notary.
Sounds like there's a story with this.
You know what it is? We are not, there's so many people that call me and they're like, oh, I have a title, I'm the buyer, and I need it notarized. And I have to turn them away all the time because unless it's the seller, I cannot legally notarize it. And I am not putting my license in any type of jeopardy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it stings because you always want to be able to help people. So it sucks. And I have to tell them, next time you buy a car, do it in front of a notary. Or the buyer doesn't even have to be there. If they know who they're selling the car to, go to the notary. The seller just goes to the notary, puts their name and puts the other person, and you're not the other person's name, but puts their name as the seller.
Yeah.
And then they can stamp that. You know what I mean?
Got it.
So you want to be able to do that, but you cannot notarize if the seller is not there. Illegal. So that's my biggest advice.
Sounds like that happens like a few times then.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
The coolest one I had is for a Florida state trooper, which was like 13 notarizations. I didn't even know their application needed so many notarizations. Like, I never knew that, you know. Power of attorneys, always. Wills, deeds, very important. You always need your witness. If you need, I can always provide a witness as well. So you have different options. Minister oath. So I've got called to virtually do courts. And I make the person, do their oath, swear in, and everything like that. So people don't realize you also need like an apostle is also like a higher notary. They do like wedding destinations. So if you want, you and your wife wanted to go, let's say she's not your wife, your girlfriend at the time, right? You guys wanted to go to Mexico and get married and do the whole wedding and everything there. You still need a notary for that as well. But that's an apostle. So, but it's like you won't realize how many things. Construction people. I know you just told me your wife is getting into construction. Like you need notaries for that as well. So we're needed everywhere, but people don't think of us until they need it done.
Yeah.
And then it's always at the last minute. Can you come right now, please? And it's like, oh Jesus. Yes, I can, but so.
Little heads up would be nice.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Awesome, good stuff. Any final notes before we? Oh, tell me something. You told me a lot of stuff, but I'm asking for one more. Tell me something people wouldn't know about you. Outside that you just came from New York and you speak Spanish.
Wouldn't know about me.
Something maybe personal, something people can connect with.
I'm adopted. So my dad was Italian and German. He passed away last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Life, right? Unfortunately. But yeah, he's Italian and German. He adopted me when I was 4. I'm Dominican. And he was an attorney. So he was an elder law attorney. And I just, I've learned so much amazing things from him and everything. And culture-wise. And he was always very great to make sure I always stayed within my culture and learned my culture as well. And he was a single father, so that was a big struggle in itself.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you, Robert. I appreciate this.
All right. Well, until next time then.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.